Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello, everybody,
Without a
and
doubt, it is the
welcome to
week's
today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Conte. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pedri.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Oh, that's well spotted. Adams. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Davis. David Villa. Quarter of an hour played. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, that looks a good ball through. York! Oh, good steal, he just read it. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hits one! Goal! Goal!
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball.
Big chance! And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Del Piero. And here's the chance to counter. Well timed, excellent interception. York. It's run loose here.
York really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Del Piero, and the shot! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their...
York. Shapes to shoot! And more, and more, and more! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Find a position of real strength now.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri. York! Lacking in accuracy.
We're again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Del Piero is fouled. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. He's shaping up to Del Piero! Pedri. Adams.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Conte. Musiala. It's Pedri. David Villa. And we hit half-time. So you hear the chants of easy, easy. And those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately. Substitution on the field. Number 22, Pedri.
Here we go again.
Number 15.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
There's the hit! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Davis. Musiala. Schneider. Kagawa. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Del Piero. Davis. Musiala going full steam ahead down the left flank. Oh, that's neat. Not the most accurate pass. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And we have our very first corner. Kong are looking to go forward now.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
That's tidy. And here's Kagawa. And he's in on goal. It's Schneider! They've got to be quick to recover this. Backward it goes. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, super fine. York! York! York!
The attendance for this match was
No, he's missed it.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Davis. It's a pretty loose pass. York! Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now who's going to be first to this? Musiala. Musiala is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Kagawa. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. A slightly... Owen! No mistake! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed!
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Substitution on the field. Number 42.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Pedri. Del Piero. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, perfectly measured that. Kagawa. Gets his pass away. Costa Corta. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. No, it's not getting there. Davis. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior going face-to-face with his great rival. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played back in. Nicely weighted ball. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And he welcomes it in. Nice physical challenge. Kante does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Lovely ball and in! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
And he could have eased the pressure on his team by taking them within one of an equaliser.
Gnabry. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Owen. Now it's Snyder.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
That is a brilliant interception. York. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Gnabry. He's shifting through the gears here. Park Ji-sung. There will be four extra minutes. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Park Ji-sung. Messi. Oh, well played. He's got the shot away! It's in! And they are cruising away. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Well read, and the danger is averted. Foot in. Musiala. Rivaldo. Kagawa. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. He won't be happy with that one. Owen. Ball is over the line. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Schneider, and he's got the beating of his man. Schneider! They've scored! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Conte. He's in plenty of space here. Musiala. He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And here's Owen. Torres. Kagawa. He's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kagawa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Kagawa with the short one. Oh, shooting chance! And again! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Torres, he's got away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Schneider. Now Kaká. Pass is coming off in big chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Back into the middle. And here's Owen. Mateus. That has been slung wide. And it's Neymar. Can he spark a counter here? That's headed upfield. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well, played right into his path. Now it's Messi. Hits one! They've done it! It's level again! What a match we have!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. And distance is no problem here. The angle's tight for a shot. That is some save from Khan! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
This possibly the last play of the half. Haaland. Neymar. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a pretty crazy game so far. A game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that.
Children's announcement.
Either side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Ooh, perfectly measured that. Musiala! Oh, he's been caught on it here! Musiala is flagged offside. Musiala fiddles it through. He's just misjudged that one. And the ball is out of play. Hakimi. Schneider. And here's Neymar. Well, they've got it again. And it's Roberto Carlos. Van Bauten. Messi. And Hakimi. Neatly clipped into space. Kaká. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Kaká really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through. And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution on the field. Number 20.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. He's got the shot away! It's their second corner of the game.
Number 10, Vinicius Junior. Number 22, Pedri.
Up for a header! He will be livid with himself. It's an inviting-looking ball, that.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Roberto Carlos. That looks a good ball through. Nice interception, well timed. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Hakimi. And it's Messi. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Messi. He's gone forward. Vinicius Junior. And he's managed to get free. Now this could be a chance. He has found the way through. It's a mighty effort. They've scored. And they get themselves in front. What a super header, dispatched beautifully.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Conte. Beckenbauer. He's found the way through. Mateus, can he latch on to this? Great defending, strong and determined. There could be trouble here. Out of play for a throw. Beckenbauer. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Baresi makes the interception. Oh, that's fabulous. Roberto Carlos, spread neatly. Neymar has it in a wide position.
Substitution.
Liverpool choosing to make the first change. Davis. Shifted upfield. He's shifting through the gears here. That is Conte. Torres.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Now it's Pedri. He's away. Shot could be on. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
And here's Neymar. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And somehow it stayed out.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Conte, the man synonymous with solidity. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Pickford can claim that. And they're back on the ball again. Interesting ball. Now it's Neymar. And we're done. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Owen claiming the man of the match award,
Just a quick announcement.
and there
We
is
would like
very
to
little
inform
room
you
for
that
argument.
CCTV is now...
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more. We have already started here. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That has been cut short. It's a pretty loose pass. Davis goes on a run down the left wing. Kagawa. Good spot, he's seen the run. Good read, needed to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Kagawa.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too.
Bellingham stood his ground strongly. Musiala, and it's skewed away. Pedro Neto touches it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. What a throw in. And he cuts out the supply. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well timed, excellent interception. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Beckenbauer. For Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto going face-to-face with his great rival. Cafu. Adams. Bellingham. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And he's managed to get free. He gets big. He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Cafu.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Davis kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bellingham. Musiala. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He can get that clear. Now it's Bellingham. Punched away. And here's Kagawa.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's found a way past. Pedro Neto! That's got him rattled. Torres. Looking for the run. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. it's Owen. Pedro Neto. Has a look and has a go. And again the keeper stands strong.
Oh, that's a stunning save. I mean, his reflexes were incredible then. That's as good a save as you'll see.
Kagawa with the short one. Oh, that was vital. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well read, nice interception. Pass is just off target. And that'll be the last act of the first half. And as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Nicely aimed pass. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Adams calmly anticipates. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable man. And Messi!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Cafu, nicely spread. Torres. Now it's Kagawa. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Torres is one whose deliveries we all know about. Messi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
Torres! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This is their second corner of the game. It's a mighty effort! And that's caused a worry or two.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Kagawa. Floats it up and over. That's an excellent interception.
The attendance for this match
no way
was
through.
62,005.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. The most accurate pass. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Owen. Great hit! It's there! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That is a brilliant interception.
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Kagawa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Rivaldo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. He's in plenty of space here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
That's been cut out, well played. That looks a good ball through. He's picked his way through.
Bayern Munich really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Referee's given a throw. Alexander-Arnold. Cleared away. The ball's gone astray. It's a really well-measured ball. He's looking to set free a runner. Terrific header! So close to drawing level.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Keeper has taken decisive action. And it's Beckham. He won't be happy with that one. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Now it's Messi. Conte, the man synonymous with solidity. Rivaldo. That is lovely. The final 5 minutes.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Ball driven towards, gets his head to it! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
There will be 1 minute added time.
1 minute to add, according to the board. And it's lofted through here. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Owen, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Please take this opportunity to pay a visit
What are your
to our
thoughts on
official
today's
store.
game? Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. David Villa! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Villa really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. He's cut it out. Rivaldo. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Musiala. It's Roberto. Griezmann. No, that was never going to make it. And here's Owen. And Owen! Goal!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Roberto.
Oh, really well played.
Look at the space here. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And it's Sané. Oh, and he's through the middle. Owen, chance! It's anyone, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Now, what about a counter-attack? David Villa. No, he's not getting past him there.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now it's Owen. Kagawa. Sané. Cleared away. Griezmann. That's a little off target. Oh, sweet feet. Rivaldo. And he's certainly onside here. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Inter Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Musiala. Picked out brilliantly. Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Sané. To Musiala. And it's Kagawa. Kagawa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Stood up well to him there. Adams. And the keeper's got it again. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And that's cause for mild irritation. Driving forward, now looking to orchestrate a counter. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Musiala, who does have an assist to his name. He can run onto that. Tchouameni promptly onto that, and that is that. And claimed it back swiftly.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, what a ball! There's the whistle for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Presentation featuring
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible.
Substitution in progress.
That gets things going for the second half. Romario. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He could be in here. Rivaldo. Oh, important interception. Adams. No way through there. Musiala. And that's a superb pass. Oh, super ball. Lovely feet. Musiala! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Musiala actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Rivaldo. Off. Chance to finish. He's got away with one there.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Baresi. Pedri. Now it's Mbappe. Engages and forces him off the ball. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rivaldo looking to add to his goal. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Musiala, and here's Owen. Kagawa.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Great ball, and he's in here. Tchouameni squeeze it through.
71,898.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Rivaldo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And it's Rivaldo. Rivaldo going full steam ahead down the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, what has happened here? Pedri.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Davis kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nicely weighted ball. Pedri. Now it's from Mario.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Kagawa. Fires from distance. And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Chouameni goes steaming forward. Well read, nice interception. Musiala. He's in space and looking for options. That's good play. Griezmann. So what can they make of this? Oh, that's fabulous. Pedri. Costa Curta. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Rivaldo.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Can he get onto this?
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Sané. Now it's Kagawa. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Kagawa going face-to-face with his great rival. Driving on and making good progress. He won't be happy with that one. Rivaldo. Musiala. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he's in on... There's the shot! Oh, that wasn't far away. Corner number 2 then. Tries to get it clear.
2 added minutes
And now
has been
a sudden
indicated.
chance to counter. Now it's from Mario. And he's got... And the finish! Goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And that is as far as it goes. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that is... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Nielsen.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Giorgio Chiellini. He's the very definition of a rock at the back. He's so physically imposing, but also a great reader of the game, and his positioning is usually spot on. The technical side of defending doesn't often get a mention, but just watch this guy's tackles if you want a great display of timing and precision. He does it best.
Okay, interesting. Musiala.
Oh, well played, well played.
Well timed, excellent interception.
And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Kagawa.
Now that's well seen too. Nedved. He's a sharp little ball here. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game.
A heavy challenge.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Albania clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Musiala.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Nielsen.
Czech claims it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He can run onto that.
Oh, great ball! Has a go! Goal!
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Adams. And back to the goalkeeper. Nedved. Oh, that's fabulous. They're urging him to shoot.
And for a moment, time stood still.
And we have our very first corner.
They've played it short. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And now they can spring out of defence. David Villa. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded.
Adams gets over and intercepts. And it's Sané.
Kagawa. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net.
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Sané takes control of it and he's on the move. Kvaratskhelia. That looks a cracking ball.
And he's hit one! He's done very well to get to that.
Romario really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then.
Nedved!
caused a worry or two.
Nedved certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And he has been fouled there, and he is going into that little black book. Rijkaard. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, super ball! Danielson. Beckenbauer. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Engages and forces him off the ball. He's having a go! And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement.
And now,
A two-goal
please
margin,
turn
yes,
towards the screen
but all
for a
things
special
still possible.
presentation featuring our guest performers today. Substitution.
So off we go once more. And it's Sané. Looking for options for movement. Adams spots it and intercepts. Cafu. Over to the other side. Now he's off and running. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. That has been cut short. Kvaratskhelia. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Nedved does really well to win the ball there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Cafu. Conte. No, that's been intercepted. Well, the runner's been sold a little... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Kvaratskhelia. He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. That is ended up in no man's land. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Now then, the ball's come loose. And here's now the finish! And it's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the pass is intercepted. Vitz just eases him off the ball. Kvaratskhelia. Romario. And Nedved! Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Nedved demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for...
Great hit! He's got a goal! Into the lead once more.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Kagawa. Pedri. Pedri! And yes, it's there! Two to the good. They have breathing space. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the...
Kvaratskhelia! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Yeah, this is part of the job. Head down and keep plugging away.
Cleared without hesitation. And it's Nedved. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kvaratskhelia! And somehow he managed to miss it. Vids. Oh, that's well spotted. Kagawa. And he's intervened well there. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Sane. No, he's not getting any further than that. Looking for the runner. He's been picked out. Davis. Pedri. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Stood up well to him there. Vids. And that has left him in a heap. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Vids.
Such good technique.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Now it's Pedri. Conte, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And that is that. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And we're underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Leroy Sané, he's one of the most fleet-footed players around, Peter, and a massive threat with the ball at his feet. He knows where the goal is too, and his finishing is both precise and very effective. He's going to add a real dynamism to this forward line, either looking for the through ball on the counter or taking on his man and going on his own.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, straight hit! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come. He's had a hit! Conte, that's a sharp pass. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Ah, he's given it away. He is through here. Luis Garcia. Conte. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rivaldo. Torres. Rivaldo. And it's hoisted clear. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Luis Garcia. He's in plenty of space here. Luis Garcia. Brilliantly cut out. Torres. Rivaldo. Gets a good foot in there. No, that's been intercepted. Torres is one whose deliveries we all know about. Rivaldo. Ah, such a clever touch. Torres. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Celtic looking to pass their way through, and that is expertly dealt with. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rivaldo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Good running, strong and purposeful. Tries a shot! And that has left him in a heap. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Kagawa. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now it's Bakasetas. Adams. Kagawa. Torres. Rivaldo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Vlachodimos claims it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Some resolute defending there. Beckenbauer. Torres. Owen. And he's straight offside. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Substitution.
Leading 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Pass is just off target. And claimed it back swiftly. Conte. It's Pedri. Musiala. Musiala going face-to-face with his great rival. Kagawa. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's managed to get free. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Musiala. Lovely bit of skill. That is good strength. Pedri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Luis Garcia.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Luis Garcia. Ah, that's a fine interception. Owen being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Conte. He's chosen to go back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Musiala. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That needed to end with efficiency and incision, and we got neither.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Celtic clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
The ball has bounced loose now.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And the pass is intercepted. Time and again they are repelled. Nice bit of trickery. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Celtic can now introduce the first of their
Number
substitutes.
18. Number 95.
Oh, great chance!
Coming on the field. Number 9. Number 28. Number 19.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Luis Garcia.
Celtic need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Short changes him with that pass. That's good running with the ball. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. He's shifting through the gears here. Musiala. Musiala tries looking up for options on the left. So that's it. It is all over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick. but they have got over the line quite... Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Vinicius Junior. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Doué. It's a good run down the left-hand side. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Sané. And the ball is out of play.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
How's that bias, Jim? He just has the lot. He has such class, doesn't he?
That's it, an oozer of class and an example to all aspiring footballers.
Sané. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot could be on. Oh, what a ball he's in here. Now it's Owen. He's got the shot away! And it's a goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
He's picked his way through. Sané, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And we have our very first corner. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Interesting ball. Nice ball, and he might be in. And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Oh, super ball. There's no flag. There's the shot. No mistake. They have come roaring back.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Schneider. That's really well manoeuvred. Vinicius Junior pinches it off him. Maldini. Mateus wins the duel this time. Can he spark a counter here? Conte. And it's Sané. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's looking wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Some really good ball movement. Owen.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Sané. He has found the way through. Sané. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Sané. In towards the middle. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Davis. That has not gone well. Doué. That's a sharp pass. Can he latch on to this? Batistuta. And Batistuta! Oh, the clearances. Has another go!
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Sané. Oh, that's a key interception. Schneider. Sané.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, good ball, shots on here. And we've reached half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So, both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Sane, the specialist in tearing teams apart. He's got away. He is just caressing the ball. Tries to get it clear. So, third corner of the game. Spread out to the left. And now they can spring out of defence. Sane. Pedri. Musiala. Kagawa. Pedri. That's tidy. Fiddles it through.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Serginho, and he's managed to get free. Sané. He's got tall. Oh, it's fallen loose again. It's a goal. They've done it. It was coming. They have their reward. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Nice physical challenge. There will be a throw-in. Oh, that was vital.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Doué making good progress on the right-hand side. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.